Hey guys, RTT back here for the video, guys. Today we have some benchmarks, our first benchmarks of the Ryzen Pro 5000G/GE series. So this should be interesting to see, how powerful this actually is. Based on what I'm saying, it's very powerful. Okay, now we have talked about over the last year and a half how AMD has rose from the ashes, has taken Intel and smashed them into pieces, and then Apple came up and said, "Hey, what's up?" And AMD said, "Guess what? We got Big Navi." All right, AMD has absolutely destroyed everything. I'm not saying Intel is not good. It's just the 11th gen was a joke. To a certain degree. Intel fans, calm down. I've had Intel my whole entire life. Okay, I've always loved Intel. I've never rocked AMD. But with their last CPU launch and obviously GPU launch, I mean, I still rock that 3090 in here, but that's only because I got an Intel unit. If I had, if I had an AMD in there, probably would rock a big Navi and get that, rage power going on. But anyway, though, these are the essential desktop APUs, accelerated processing units for businesses, pairing Zen 3 CPUs cores with Radeon graphics based on Veda. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is, of course, the G series desktops and the GE series desktops. So first off, we have the AMD Ryzen 7 Pro 57G, which is, of course, 8 cores, 16 threads, up to 4.6 to 3.8 gigahertz. Zen 3, AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 56. Sorry, the picture is a little bit not the best quality. 5650G, 6 cores, 12 threads, up to 4.4 to 3.9 gigahertz. AMD Ryzen 3 Pro 5350G, 4 cores, 8 threads, up to 4.2 to 4 gigahertz. Very, very powerful. Not bad at all. Well, not crazy powerful, but for what they are, pretty good, Nonetheless, though, the GE series, we have 8 cores to 16 threads, up to 4.6 to 3.2 gigahertz. We have the Ryzen Pro. It looks like the same exact naming system, except it's the GE versus the G. GE versus the G. And then we have 612, and it looks like, it's pretty much exactly the same. Okay, so exactly the same across the board, except for, actually, no, it's not exactly the same. For the most part, the first one is 3.8 gigahertz at the low end. The first one for the GE is 3.2 gigahertz at the lowest. And then the very last one is actually, the middle one's 3.9 to 3.4. And then the last one's 4 to 3.6. So a little bit less powerful, it looks like, across the board on the GE models versus the G models. But still, like I said, as you guys can see, the TDP is also a lot less wattage-wise. So total something power. I don't remember what the D actually stood for. Alright, anyway, it is the top set of Ryzen Pro 5000G series processors that put through a handful of benchmarks, including all 3 models. The Ryzen 7 Pro 5750G sits at the top of the stack and is a 8-core 16-thread processor with a 3.8 base clock, 4.6 gigahertz max boost clock, and 16 megabytes of L3 cache. For graphics, it yields 8 Vega cores clocked at 2000 megahertz. Interesting. So obviously here are the 3 different CPUs. Very, very cool. And now looking at some more, we have Cinebench right here, and you guys can see the power of these CPUs. Again, like I said, as I said in the very beginning, workplace business CPUs for businesses. I've talked about this before, and I don't want to repeat myself every single time, but I feel like I have to, because I always get the comment, but what about gaming? Guys, you have to understand, like, the AMD created a GPU, right? And it was the AMD Pro W something GPUs, and I got the comment. Someone said, "Whoa, wait, why is this, like, why aren't you showing gaming benchmarks?" Guys, there is CPUs and GPUs not meant for gaming. My first PC I ever built had a CPU in there that was $1,500. And it was not for gaming in any capacity, because at the time I was doing 3D animation and 3D renders. That thing could not game to save its life, and it was $1,500, because some CPUs and GPUs are strictly meant for work environment stuff. Like a 3090, you don't need it for gaming. I have it for everything: rendering, 3D animation, all that kind of good stuff. So you don't need it though if you're just doing gaming. Just doing gaming, you don't need it. But anyway, the 3D Mark Fire Strike Extreme is what we got right here. Not bad at all. Good, very decent. Very decent. Obviously, look at the very top right here. And then we have CS:GO, so some gaming. 244 FPS, not bad. And I think that's all the benchmarks we have. So, still very powerful. Still very, very powerful. Okay. Interesting. Just interesting. AMD, man. What are y'all doing? AMD, what are y'all doing, man? You out here just putting out some power out here. I will say that. GG to AMD. While Intel is now getting into the 11th generation and progressing with their chips, but I do love Intel. I still love Intel. I'm sorry, like, I will say one thing, and I got a lot of flack about it when I said I still love Intel and I still rock with Intel, even though AMD is better. Someone's like, oh, whoa. You're stupid. Why wouldn't you go AMD? I've always rocked Intel. So I just always will be an Intel. Call me an Intel fanboy, but I will admit that AMD is doing some really, really great stuff. So guys, with that in mind, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like, subscribe down below. We are now at 200 subscribers on the channel. I do appreciate you guys. Daily content every single day on this channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.